G'day everybody and welcome back into another video on the channel, and in today's video I'm going to be going through every AFL team's oldest / first logo versus their current one to this day. Before we do get into the video, it'd be much appreciated if you do like up the video and subscribe to the channel, and let's just get straight into the swing of things. First off, we're obviously going to be going in alphabetical order. We got the Adelaide Crows. With the Adelaide Crows one, they've kind of reverted back to what they had when they first started, but they've taken away the shield and they've kind of like modernized it. It kind of looks like a robot crow in a way. I kind of did prefer that one that they had before they rebranded like a month ago or 2 months ago. But yeah, if we're talking like which one's better, I'm not gonna lie, I'd say the shield one's actually better from 1990. So I'm gonna go with the old one, with the oldest one for the Adelaide Crows. Next up, we have the Brisbane Lions. Obviously, not that great of a logo. I couldn't find really the greatest image of this logo. It's a bit grainy, but what do you expect? But yeah, probably it's not really the best logo. It's really boring. It's more of a brown color than like a maroon as well in that logo. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to say the current logo for the Brisbane Lions. Now moving on to the Carlton Blues. It's basically the same thing. It's just a different type of crest, and with this one it's got a bit of text below it and it's in like a navy blue box. But yeah, if we're just talking about which one's better looking, I think the modern current day one is a lot more cleaner, looks a lot more appealing to the eye. Alrighty guys, next up we have the Collingwood logo. Obviously very simple, the old one. It's literally just a white square with it's pretty much just like a really old version of the logo that they have currently. But if I'm going to choose one, it's going to be the current day one. A lot more slick, a lot more like darker. I feel like darker logos are more appealing to the eye, so I'm going to choose the current day one. The Bombers, yeah, their logo was not good, their first logo. It was absolutely horrific. It was literally just like this weird like shape, like to outline like all the text and the like. I don't know if you can tell, but that's like a footy. It's super grainy. It's the only image I could find. I was searching for about half an hour trying to find a picture of their first logo, and this was the best I could do. Yeah, it's really grainy, not the best. But yeah, it's really it's literally just a black and white or grey, whatever you want to say. Just a boring club logo. Just has a footy in there, and it says Essendon Football Club. Yeah, I definitely prefer the one nowadays, the Essendon Bomber with the plane, with the jet plane and all that. Let's also incorporate the red as well, so yeah. I'm definitely going to be choosing the current logo for Essendon. Now, moving on to the Fremantle Dockers. Now, I genuinely reckon, and I reckon most people would actually agree with me, their first logo was actually better than the current one, because they've got more colours in their first one. They had obviously the tricolour, they had the red and the green as well, but now it's just the boring purple and white, and then the and then it's not even on the jumper, it's just the little bit of grey on the logo. Yeah, I think the one nowadays is just too corporate, too boring, and I reckon that the old one, it just looks a lot more cleaner with like the guy holding the anchor with the big Dockers text. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be choosing the first logo for Fremantle. Next up, we have the Geelong Cats. Now, just like the Carlton one, it's literally just the emblem, the crest, or whatever you want to call it, in a navy blue square, nothing special. And obviously, I'm going to be choosing the current day one. Like, look at the cat. Like, it looks fierce, it looks menacing. It's just a really good all-round logo. The Cats logo is probably one of the better ones in the league. So yeah, I'm going to choose the current day one for the Geelong Cats. Next up, we have the Gold Coast Suns. I think we all know where this is going. Everyone knows their new logo. It is just absolutely shocking. I don't know what to say about it. Not even words can explain how bad this logo is. But yeah, there's just everything about it is just not right. If maybe had a bit of yellow in there, it might be a little bit better, but it's just simply not good. So I'm gonna have to go with the original logo for the Gold Coast Suns. Next up, we have the GWS Giants. They've got the exact same logo. Never changed it. I actually couldn't find a transparent one with text below it, which is the actual logo. It has the Giants text below it, but just for this graphic, we've just got the G. But yeah, they've never changed it. Always been the same. It's a pretty like just simple logo. I don't mind it. Next up we have the Hawthorn Hawks. Obviously with most Victorian sides they did start off with a shield with the VFL logo in it. But yeah, the Hawthorn Hawks logo, it's just your average 1920s VFL logo. You've got the shield, and then you've got a little hawk design on there. I don't mind it, it's not a bad logo, but today's logo is definitely a lot better. Alrighty, now we've got the Melbourne Demons. I'm not actually 100% sure if this is their first logo, because this was the latest one that I could actually find, but I'm still not 100% sure. But from what I know, this is the oldest logo that I could possibly find on the internet. And honestly, it's not that bad. It's really not that bad. It's probably one of the better, really old logos. But obviously, I'm going to choose today's logo. I honestly don't mind the Melbourne logo. It's really modern. Got the navy blue and the red, which stands out a lot. And yeah, I'm definitely going to be choosing the modern day logo. Now we've got North Melbourne. We've actually seen a fair few of these with like the box of colour and then the emblem inside. We've seen that with Carlton and then I think Geelong as well. But yeah, it's really just a blue box with a white emblem inside. Nothing special. And not to mention the kangaroo on the current North Melbourne logo actually looks really good, so I'm going to be choosing the current day logo for North Melbourne. Now we have Port Adelaide. Obviously they've had 3 logos. So they've had their first one, which is on this side of the screen. Then they've had their newest one, which is their current one, on this side of the screen. And then I had the one in the middle, which is kind of like more of a modernized version of this one. But yeah, it's not bad at all. I really don't mind the first logo, because the one now, I feel like it's just like the Dockers. It's too corporate. It's just very bland, very dull. And of course, they're called the Port Adelaide Power. Like, there's no power in the newer logo. It's literally just an emblem with a few prison bars, and then a bit of teal around the outside. Not much teal at all, actually. But yeah, I'm going to choose their first logo because I think it's actually really creative and I really do like it. Alrighty, now we have Richmond. This is the worst picture out of all the graphics that I made. It's really bad, really bad. I could not find a good picture for their first logo. This was their very first logo, I do believe. But I could not find a very good picture on the internet. This is grainy as hell, not good whatsoever. But yeah, from what I can see, it's like a tiger kind of walking with like 2 flags, one of them being yellow, one of them being black, like just coming out of nowhere. And then I think it has the Richmond text. I might be wrong there. But yeah, I'm taking the new one every day. This is probably the best, if not maybe the top 3. This is easily top 3 best AFL logos currently, the Richmond one. I really do like it. So I'm going to be choosing the current day logo for Richmond. Now we move on to the Saints. Obviously they've always had a like crest type of thing, like a shield. And they've only recently updated their new logo. They've made a new logo in their rebrand that they did about a month ago, just like Adelaide and the Suns. But yeah, this is probably the best of all the rebrands this year. I reckon that's the best rebrand. Even though they changed it the slightest bit, they've modernised it and made it a lot more clean, in my opinion. And if we're talking about the old logo now, it's not bad. It's not good though. It's an average logo. I mean, for back then, that was your standard logo, but I'm going to be choosing the current day logo. Now the Sydney Swans. The first Sydney Swans logo, I don't actually mind with the bit of blue at the top. I don't know what the blue is supposed to mean. Didn't they change it to have the Sydney Opera House in the background, or the Sydney Bridge or something in the next couple logos? But yeah, nonetheless, I still think that the current day one is a lot more cleaner, and that's the case with a lot of logos, if I'm going to be completely honest. They're a lot more cleaner nowadays. But yeah, I'm going to choose the current day logo for the Sydney Swans. Next up, we got my boys, the West Coast Eagles. I really don't mind their first logo. It's actually not that bad with the little VFL logo in the shield. But yeah, I really don't mind this logo, because I remember they went from this to like a box with the eagle head and that said West Coast Eagles in it. Then they went to the one that we had for like 17 years, the one like the big long one with the wings and all that, had the bit of orange in there. And then in 2018 we went to our current one. The only thing that I would change about our current one is I would probably get rid of the text. We don't really need it. Or maybe just put in Eagles or West Coast or something like that. We just don't need all the text. But yeah, if I had to choose, it would be the current day one. Finally, we have the Doggies, the Western Bulldogs. Just like all the other Victorian teams, majority of them first logo was just a shield with a little design of the animal, and that is the case with the Western Bulldogs. It's not a bad design because some of them are actually really bad. This is actually one of the better ones with the Bulldog just standing there, and then you've got the little VFL logo in the shield as well. But yeah, obviously the Western Bulldogs logo, personally I think is probably top 2 best logos in the AFL. I'm not gonna lie, it is the perfect logo, and I would definitely choose it over the first logo they had. I hope everybody did enjoy today's video, and if you did, remember to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, as it would be much appreciated, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.